Hello, happy Monday everyone. How are we all doing? Very pleased to see that Chris there had spicy cottage pie tonight. Let's start with that. What have you all had for your dinner or your breakfast if you're over in the US? How are we doing everyone? I hope you enjoyed the Trollolol song. A cool 70% speed, down from 83% on quiz night. I don't know if you'll actually get that copyright, a copyright strike for the Trollolol song. Does anyone make a claim on that? Because if they don't, they bloomin' well should. Anyway, we've got a few videos, including one that's downloading right now. I do apologise to Dan, who sent it to me. And I completely forgot because it was in my DMs. So I am just copying it across to the folder for today, and we'll have a look at Dan's tour today. Dan, Retro Recollections in the chat. Let's put it in the right folder. Everything must be organised. Not the quiz. Thank you to everyone who came to the quiz on Saturday. It was a great success, I thought. An improvement on the week before. And hopefully we'll build on that again this Saturday. Where's my vlog? There's my vlog folder, and we'll put that in there. We've got 4 videos today, so we'll crack on. Right, it is in the folder. We are ready for action. Right, before we begin, how are the levels? Are we all okay? Chris loves Dave. Why is Dave apologising to Chris? I've missed something in the chat there. James is dunking his rich tea biscuits. Chicken leek courgette and bacon bake. Nom nom, it's dinner for me, being southern. Very nice, S. Hopkins. Okay, our first video comes from Matt. I'm going to stop the music. There we go, and we're going to dive in to Matt's very impressive game room. Let's have a look. Oh, and also, just let me know if the audio is too loud or too quiet on the videos as well. Here we go.
Hi Neil and all the cave dwellers. Just a quick wander.
That looks a bit quiet to me. I'm just going to knock that up. Start again.
Hi Neil and
there we
all
go.
The cave dwellers. Just a quick wander around in my games room to show you what's going on. There will be a lot of flicker. There's quite a few CRTs.
Is that better for you, or is that still a bit quiet? I can knock it up a bit more. Let me knock it up a bit more. Hello, Mark. Good to see you here. No, that's as loud as that goes. I can knock it up a bit more in OBS. What do you say? An extra 5 decibels? Let's see how this goes.
Hi Neil and all the cave dwellers.
Yeah, that's touching the red.
Just a quick wander around in my games room to show you what's going on. There will be a lot of flicker. There's quite a few CRTs, so let's go.
We like the CRTs, Matt.
So, along this wall is where all the main consoles and computers and stuff are. As you can see, I've got my Vectrex and the 6128 on the go. Very
nice. We've got a 6128 there. That is the original floppy drive, isn't it? That's not. Yeah, that's not a 3.5-inch drive, I don't think. But we've got the GoTech over here, essential for the 6128. I think that makes it a brilliant computer to use. Hello, Grant. Good to see you here. We've got the bane of all of our lives, the plugs. Too many plugs in these rooms. I wish there was a way that we could somehow, I don't know, I guess unless you can like chase them all into the walls, which is a complete room rebuild. We all have that problem, don't we? Got the Master System, the best looking model of Master System in my opinion. And a gorgeous Vectrex. Oh, I've got one of these. Hopefully he'll show us the Sinclair TV. Let's have a look.
There's various consoles and stuff knocking about. I won't try and name them all. I'll just give you a sweep of what's going on in here.
Yeah, Mark says this Mark 1 is the best version. That's the one with the snail maze game built into it, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. You can see down there I've got a CD TV with a Yamaha cassette deck under it. And above that, flashing away, is a small amplifier which everything can be routed through to come out the speakers that I'll show you in a sec on the wall.
Very nice. If you can hear the background music that he's playing, I'm pretty sure that's cannon fodder playing in the background. CD TV on a cassette deck stack system. That is exactly where a CD TV should be, in my opinion. Love it. With the CD TV official floppy drive, looks like a controller there for it. And the ultimate console, the Amstrad GX 4000. Looks like it's got a multi-cart there. We've got a Dreamcast, we got the PS3, PS2. Of course, the Amiga 1200 takes pride of place up there. Very nice.
In fact, if I step back a bit...
Oh, take it in. Take it in. That is gorgeous.
So currently my A1200's coming out of the top TV. And its sound is routed through the speakers. I've got a Beeb on the Trinitron.
Hi, Richard.
And everything goes through these two bandridge switches here. So I can change everything from all the various inputs to either the Trinitron or the Bravia on the wall.
You've done a fantastic job, Matt, of of routing all of this to make it all usable at the touch of a button, because there's nothing worse than having all of this kit and then being put off using it because you think, oh, it's going to take me ages to set it up and I've got to take away the thing that's already set up. This is really nicely done. I see you've got the same power saver as I've got on the C64C there. Lovely stuff.
I've got my C64, an MSX, and under the dust cover there is my toast rack Specky.
Got a QL back there.
Plugged into the Philips monitor. Right, let's give you a view of the toast rack. There she is. And then if we move over here.
Chris says, what's the printer? I don't know the model of it. I have one in my attic, and it's one of those ones that uses like 4 crayons rather than actual ink cartridges, and then plots with the crayons. Yeah, Mark knows. I think, Mark, did you give me that printer? I think it came from you.
These are the
yeah, you
bigger
did.
box Spectrum games, and also PC, Wii and PSP. All the way down there.
Nice.
You have to excuse the mess as I turn round. There's a few projects on the go. That's Project Corner. You can see there my lovely yellow board Spectrum.
That is, looks like an issue. Is that issue 3B down there? ZX Spectrum. Also, completely irrelevant, but I'm digging your parquet floor. I think we have houses from the same era with the same floors.
There's an ex-wife sent me. And my wooden Spectrum that I've been slowly, very slowly restoring.
So that looks like somebody's built a custom case back in the day. Very nice.
And then over here we have my library.
Who remembers these? The little money box man. I do pick out the crap, don't I? You've got all this great stuff. I'm like, oh, the money box man. Who remembers the Tomy money box man?
And this is where all the handhelds live, including my Tommytronic collection. And various handhelds. There's a Lynx and a Game Gear up there. The Lynx I do have a new screen for as well, so I need to add that to my list of projects. And then
I think that is a really suitable cabinet to have these things in. It's a real a bit early for the Dreamcast maybe, but all of these handhelds. Maybe the Game Boy as well. It's sort of a correct period piece of furniture to have all this stuff in. I like it.
Neil?
I do like a wall of stuff.
So here's my wall of Spectrum.
Yes. I've been watching Matt build this on Twitter.
There are Amstrad on here as well, in the bottom corner there. And all my...
I just have to pause because there's somebody scratching at the door. Hello Gizmo, are you coming in? There we go. She wants to join us. Right, let's continue. Hello, yes.
Firebird games there.
The British Telecom logo. Firebird was a funny brand. It never really stood out as a quality brand, but it never really felt like a really cheap, real budget brand to me. It was sort of sat somewhere oddly in the middle.
And then in this corner, I've got my gaming PC. I'm missing a monitor at the minute. We're working from home. That's it on the dining table at the minute. Nice Lotus.
Very nice.
Some Spectrum screens hiding up there. And what I've managed to miss as I span around before is Horace.
Hello, Horace. That looks like a retro princess creation, I think. I think she makes them at the expos.
And a couple of pieces of art. The one on the left by Sarah's Game Collection, and the one on the right by Far Spawn or Tilly.
Behave, chat.
So yeah, that's mine. Oh, my Oculus. But yeah, this side's where all the fun is. It's very hard to get it all in shot.
Well, I know I normally say, you know, a 90-second video if you can, but there was no way that was going to fit into 90 seconds. Matt's done a really good job of showing us all of that. What a brilliant setup. You absolutely made the most of that room. I don't think you could have done it any better. Obviously, a lot of thought's gone into it. So, Mad Pete, hello, he says, minus 10 points for no RMC calendar. I think Matt's got one somewhere. I'm sure I remember Matt buying one. So it's probably, maybe he's got it at work or something.
Well, there you go. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Matt. So there we go. Let me bring up the next video then. Which Matt is it? Let me get his Twitter. Bear with. I'll just get his Twitter address for you, and you can all go and give him a follow and tell him what you think, because he's not in the chat right now. So you can tell him you love his game room. So Matthew J. Scott. I'm going to post a link to his Twitter. There you go. Give him a follow. He'll be surprised by all the new followers. So we're going to go over to Parallax Abstraction, who gave us a tour of his games room from Canada last week, and he's just picked out some items for a show and tell. So let's see what he's got to show us.
Hey, what's up, Cave Dwellers? It's
The old the video's done the freezing up trick that it so likes to do on my streams. Let's try again.
Hey, what's up, Cave Dwellers? It's Parallax Abstraction from Ottawa, Canada. I sent in a little...
Music seems to have gone for... Oh, sorry, yes. Do apologise. Let's leave the music off.
Hey, what's up, Cave Dwellers? It's Parallax Abstraction from Ottawa, Canada. I sent in a little rapid-fire tour of my little man cave to Neil a while ago, and he said he was still looking for more videos, so I thought I'd maybe do a couple over the next little while just to sort of show some interesting highlights from that collection. So today's is this guy here. This is a sealed, though maybe not sealed super well anymore, copy of Hyperblade. Yes, indeed. This was a PC game from Activision and a developer called Whizbang.
Hyperblade. Anyone ever heard of Hyperblade? Can't say I have.
Who joined Microsoft and then quietly disappeared after that. And it came out back in the Windows 95 era. And I remember playing this back in the day, and it's really, really interesting game. It's like a combination of like rollerblading and hockey and a blood sport.
Guys, it's not about the Stream Deck. It's about the game. It's not about the Stream Deck. Oh, Mark Fixes Stuff, who used to work in a CD factory, says he pressed the CD. So there you go.
There's never really been anything like it out there, and this is not that copy. I had another copy of it back in the day, but I found this one back in my hardcore collecting days in the late 2000s at a long-defunct Canadian discount retailer called Zellers. They're long dead now, but they were closing a location out by where I lived, and they had this thing buried in the back of a shelving unit, and it was funny because when I took it up to the cash to cash it out, they didn't have it in their system anymore. So they were like, we don't know how to ring this up. And I'm like, well, what do you want for it? They're like, I don't know, $3? I'm like, dunzo. So that was pretty awesome. I'd like to do a video on my YouTube channel on this one day, but the problem with this game is, I don't know what it is, but something with their engine or whatever makes it brutal to run on modern computers. It also wasn't super popular back in the day, so there's no GOG version or anything like that. And it's apparently quite a project to get this working properly. I don't know if anyone even has yet. So maybe I'll try that one day, or see if I can do a video on trying to get this to work or something, because it's a very, very interesting title. If Neil ever has the opportunity to cover it, it might be...
Whoa. Hang on. Let me just rewind that back a little bit.
Very interesting title. If Neil...
There's a man here that's been cut in half with particle blood effects streaming out of him. Suddenly I'm very interested in this game. And it's motion captured 3D Fury.
Ever has the opportunity to cover it, it might be an interesting one. So, yeah, that's one of the little highlights from my collection. Thanks for watching, guys.
Nice. Well, thank you. It looks a little bit like a kind of speedball / brutal sports football kind of mixture, hybrid. I'll have to have a little look into that. And yes, you're all still looking at and talking about the Stream Deck. There it is. Look, imagine you could have multiple air horns lined up on that to hit. You could have your Hadoukens. You could have it all in there. Hello, Laura. Hello. Who else have we got? BLT. Lots of people joining us today. So, have you all finished looking at the Stream Deck? Don't want to move on until you've got enough of the Stream Deck. If so, we will close that. We've got another one from Parallax Abstraction, but we're going to hop over to Dan's, which I've just downloaded. I don't know what's installed. Oh, it's a MOV file. Bear with. What I've got to do with these is I've got to use Handbrake to convert them. So we'll perhaps get that converting while we watch the other one. Let me just get that in the converter. There he is, look. Waiting to be converted. We're going to convert you, Dan. Make sure it goes in the right folder. Dan's conversion process is underway. It's going to take about 4 minutes, so let's take another look at the other video while we're converting Dan. Yeah, it does play in VLC. Actually, let's give it a go. It's just that I sometimes get problems with it. We'll just pause the conversion. Open with VLC, please. We're going to get audio.
Hello, Neil, and hello, Cave Dweller.
Okay, it's working. Okay, we'll just go for it in this format. Fine. So, okay, Gizmo's happy. Dan is in the chat. Retro Recollections is his YouTube channel. Dan, feel free to post a link and go give Dan a sub, because he's one of my favourite channels. I think I'm a patron to Dan as well. I think I am. Sorry if I'm not, Dan, but I'm pretty sure I am, because I like his content so much. So let's have a watch.
Hello, Neil, and hello, Cave Dwellers. You've been asking for some contributions to viewers' caves.
10 points to Gryffindor. We've got an RMC calendar over here.
So I thought I would do a little video showing you and your viewers where I work and where I make my videos and everything and play my retro games. It's not a massive space, but it suits me. Now, Neil, you've always been a big inspiration for me and my pursuits in my YouTube channel, and you doing the viewers' caves and so on and so forth on your second channel has also inspired me to have a tidy up, because it's been a bit of a mess for quite a while. Because I've been focusing on getting videos out, but I thought I had a bit of time, so I thought I'd have a bit of a tidy up. And
look how clean that banister is. Like he's been polishing. He's been polishing his banisters. He's polished his light bulb. It's looking good. There was a question up there. Somebody was just asking, Wolves, have I heard any more about the Sinden light gun project? If you go to the, I think it was Kickstarter that he used. If you go to the Kickstarter page, he does do monthly, at least monthly updates on there, so you can see how he's progressing. And there was one fairly recently, so still going okay, I think. But if you have any problems, drop me a message and I'll get in touch with him for a personal update. Anyway, let's carry on.
Let's have a look at what it looks like.
Dan, it won't let you do links. Okay, I will go and get the link for you.
So it's going to be a bit of a shaky cam job, unfortunately. But this is my main work area. I have had a bit of a tidy up, like I said, and jiggled a few things about. My main PC here, where I do all my editing and play a lot of emulated games on. Nothing too fancy, but it's what I've got, and I've make the most of it. I recently got myself a new case. Up until recently, the computer was in this retro case, an old AMD 64 case. But
PC World Special.
I thought I'd treat myself to a new shiny one underneath.
Oh, did I miss Derek? Hang on, Derek. We've got extra points for Derek. Where is he? There he is. Derek Findus. Why haven't I got a picture of Derek? I need a picture of Derek for
Cam
my
job, unfortunately. But this is my main work area. I have had a bit of a tidy up, like I said, and jiggled a few things about.
I see Dan up here has also got the same StarTech USB 3 hubcap, HD cap even, not hubcap. Capture device. My main really useful.
PC here, where I do all my editing and play a lot of emulated games on.
We saw that.
This retro case, an old AMD 64 case, but I thought I'd treat myself to a new shiny one. Underneath that is an old surround sound amp, which I use for my audio. The speakers are behind this monitor. Next to that now is another desktop setup. This is another PC I use, but I run Ubuntu on for various things and to have as a bit of a backup. And it's also got a DVD writer in it that I don't have now in this one.
Do we have any Ubuntu users in the chat? I tend to install a Linux desktop maybe once a year, have a little play with it, see where it's at, and then go back to Windows where I can run my Premiere and Photoshop and everything.
But
it's
yeah,
interesting to see how it comes along though.
Where all the work happens. Over here, oh, there's your calendar.
You don't get another 10 points. We spotted it.
Over here we have, where I made a bank of desks now, where they used to be all separate. Because I did try and have all my consoles and computers out, but what I've decided to do now is just have a few out, and then the rest are put away for when I need them. And good old IKEA Kallaxes always come in handy. I've put 3 together here, so I've got a nice work area as well, so when I want to do some soldering or something like that.
Got an OSSC up here. I think that's a Retro Tink. So some more nice upscalers and capture things. And a few in the chat are mentioning how yellow the mouse is. Summer is only just arriving here in the UK, so
I've got like a desk here now that I can...
If Dan's into retro brighting, now's the time.
...use, and there's some of my equipment there in the corner. That's the back cave in there, where I keep a few bits that I don't need every day. This room is actually a loft conversion, so I won't show my bed, because my wife would kill me, but these are the stairs down, and... to the right to here is where we sleep and everything, so I have this corner of the room, which is quite handy. So yeah, in this corner we have some bits, so under here is where I keep...
Oh, it keeps going, there's more. Every corner has retro stuffed into it.
All my stuff at the minute. I don't have a massive collection, but...
I reckon... Did this come from Play Expo, or was that Ralph who had the bag of extras? Of consoles.
It's getting there. Trusty Commodore 16. There's my Dreamcast, my Super Famicom. There's my green screen hiding under there. What we got behind there? My Amiga power supply.
Was it? Yeah.
And here we have various Wiis, which are doing stupid money at the minute. I don't know if you've seen.
Are they? Are Wii's doing good money? Because I found one on the street not so long ago. In the rain. So if that's the case, I might have to do it up.
I think everybody's at home, so they're all wanting Wii's to play on. So I might get rid of some of these. My PlayStation, my Commodore 64, my Master System, spare Xbox 360, and a couple of original Xboxes. And on the bottom, the PS2, and there's my Sega Saturn and my Mega Drive. On the top, I've still got my keep my Xbox 360 and my original Xbox.
I'm a big fan of the 360. I thought it was a really good console, a real nice iteration, moving on from the... well, it wasn't really an iteration, it was a completely different console from the original Xbox, but I thought it got everything right. I really liked it.
And my Amiga, all connected to this television, various ways. I've got the wonderful OSSC and the RetroTink
Dave
for
says
various
90 seconds, Dan.
things. And when I need to, I can connect via HDMI to my StarTech capture card, capturing footage for the channel. This side is a small selection of games. I don't have a ton of games at the moment. Quite a few cassettes, Commodore 64 and Commodore...
Dan, do you own an air gun by any chance? Just a guess, perhaps? Or are you just quite stabby with a pencil?
16. My dog's nearly chewed the box away. Luckily I've caught it in time. Some cartridges, Sega Saturn, complete PS2. A lot of these were just picked up over the time, and a few other games in there. Like I say, I don't have much in terms of software, which I would like to change, but I've been concentrating on getting the hardware. And in here, just lovely for storage, loads of different bits and pieces. Here's my work laptop and phone, which currently I'm working from home a few days at a time. So this is much nicer now to be able to work from.
And that's it. That's my retro attic. So I hope that was entertaining for everybody. Thanks for everything you do, Neil. You've been doing a wonderful job with these daily videos. I can't imagine how you get time to do all that and everything else. But thanks for the opportunity to contribute, and I'll speak to you soon. See you later, everyone.
Thank you, Dan. Let's give him a pat on the head. Pat, 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 pat. Head on over to Retro Recollections. Give him a sub. Nice tour. It's nice to see, actually, where the channels that I watch work, you know. What you've got to work with, the space that you work in, because it's not easy, but we do all put our minds to trying to make the space that we film our videos in look like it's some other space, a bigger space, a studio perhaps, you know. We have lights all around us and we're trying to get the wide angle lens on and make it look like something it's not, so it's always nice to see. Yeah, as Mark says, play the angles. So we've got one more video, which is back to parallax abstraction. I haven't watched these videos before you do, but we are watching them all for the first time together. So there is a large element of trust in what you're sending me. You know, if Mark Fix's stuff sent me a video of him, you know, dancing in his shortest shorts, we'd all get to watch it together. Perhaps that's why I don't use my main channel for this. All right. Let's see what we've got here.
Hey, what's up, Cave Dwellers? It's Parallax Abstraction again here from Ottawa, Canada. And I'm doing another little showcase of an interesting item, or in this case, a set of items from my own man cave collection. So yeah, these probably look a little familiar, and indeed they kind of are what you think they are. These are actual SNES cartridges. Well, this one up here is an NES cartridge. The other three are SNES.
For the British viewers, that's SNES and NES.
And these are actually recent releases. These are combo packs that were put out by the American company Retrobit. And they are literally cartridges that run in the original hardware that are just compilations of various different sets of titles. From 3 of these are collections from Data East, and one of them is a collection from Jalico, which is a collection of brawlers. And the story behind these is kind of interesting. You're going to see that they're still sealed, and there's kind of a reason for that. So a few years ago, now, probably 2016 or so, I did a video on my YouTube channel that's actually one of my most popular, but oddly one of the ones I'm least proud of, where I did a review of one of Retrobit's attempts at a mini console, which was called the Retrobit Generations. I absolutely vivisected that thing because, frankly, it was terrible, like really bad. And I feel kind of bad about it because it was like an angry, ranty video, and I actually really don't like making those. But about a year later, Retrobit decided to take another shot at it with a product called the Super Retrocade. And that was actually much, much better. But they actually reached out to me, you know, all credit to them, and they said, listen, we know that other product was not very good. We'd like you to take a look at the new one. So I did, and I was generally pretty up on it. Well, the PR guy that I was dealing with there left the company shortly thereafter, and I basically lost touch with them. They've actually never spoken to me since, even though I've tried a couple of times because I've wanted to cover some of their other products. But a few months after I did my second video, a box showed up at my work with these in them. And I assume they wanted me to cover them. They didn't send them with any kind of letter or correspondence or anything. And they've still never spoken to me since. I never covered them because I didn't have any hardware, original hardware that could run them at the time. I do have a Super Nintendo now, but it's unmodified and I don't have an easy way to capture it. But from what I've read about these, they work very well. They are just the original games. They run perfectly well. It's just multiple ones on a cartridge.
I hate to interrupt Parallax Abstraction because he's telling us lots of interesting things, but of all of those, they all look really cool. This one confuses me a little bit, Data East Classic Collection, because when I think of Data East, I think of RoboCop, I think of the Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja, that was them, wasn't it? I think of, what's the one where they chuck cars around and rubbish at each other? What's that one called? Two Crude Dudes? I want to say Crude Dudes, Crude Busters. Come on. Final Fight, yeah. No, that's not Data East. Is it? No. Anyway, what I don't think of, it's Capcom, yeah, is Magical Drop 2 and Side Pocket. And also, it's unusual that these sort of puzzlers and a pool game is in with a couple of fighting games. I really like the look of all these, but this one just confuses me a little bit. Data East Classics. Anyway, I don't think they're dodgy, Dan. Retrobit is a fairly well-known company, so I'm sure they've got permission to do this. Anyway, let's carry on.
Which is pretty cool. You can actually still buy these. I don't know where you can get them in Europe, but in the US, Retrobit does sell them through various retailers as well as their own website. But yeah, I've kept them sealed just because I think it's kind of a cool oddity. I might crack them open someday, but we'll see. Yeah, thanks for watching, Cave Dwellers. Hope you're all staying safe, and take care.
And just in case you didn't see it, there's the TweetDeck up there, because I know we've got a lot of TweetDeck fans. Yeah, Data East. I mean, up here you've got Bad Dudes on the NES one, and Burger Time, and this is a good collection. Joe and Mac. Well, you've got all the Joe and Macs, so that's fine. And the Brawlers pack. I don't think Data East are that well known for their one-on-one fighting games, are they? So I'm not that familiar with the Peacekeepers and Brawl Brothers, but I'd be interested in trying them out. Stream Deck. Sorry, not TweetDeck. Yeah, Stream Deck. TweetDeck is for doing your tweets. Good stuff. Well, those are our videos for today. Thank you for sending them in. Do keep sending them in. retromancave@gmail.com. Please put in the subject, I don't know, something in capitals to make it stand out, because I've got a bit of a flurry in there at the moment and I'm trying my best to pick them out. I don't think I've missed anyone. If I have missed you, then just shout at me and we'll get them on. Same time tomorrow, guys. Yeah. And also, I'm going to try and make an effort to record a couple of my own show and tells. Just record the footage, because that'll be very quick to do. And then I'll just talk live over the videos in here one night, because I've got a few more things that I want to show you in the cave. And I had a really good day today. I managed to successfully RGB mod my PC Engine for part 3 without blowing it up. So there will be a part 3 to that series. It's not perfect. There's a little bit of noise on the audio, but not so much that I want to take it apart again and cause further problems. I've established that the noise is definitely not problems with the ground or anything like that. I think it's just a crappy SCART cable or something, but it's not so bad that it's annoying me. So I'm pretty happy with how that's gone. Now I've got to play lots of games. I'm going to go through all the comments and play all the PC Engine games that you guys recommended. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. And you want to see Gizmo before we go, Dave? Okay. We'll just take the camera. Where is she? Gizmo? Yeah. There she is. Oh, she wants up. We're going for the tummy rub. Always oh yeah, I've been bitten. Always dangerous. The tummy rub is always dangerous. The best part of the stream. Okay guys, have a lovely evening and I'll speak to you all tomorrow or in Discord. Take care. Bye bye now. He's waving.